It's my great honor to welcome you all here. I want to first congratulate everybody who is a recipient of a scholarship. You guys worked really hard and you were very impressive, both in terms of your academic record and in your interviews. So first, let's give a big round of applause to all recipients. So the Mayor's Scholarship Committee has been in place for a number of years, and it really wouldn't be possible to do this without Mayor Walsh and his support. So he'll be, like I said, he'll be joining us very soon, but let's give a big round of applause for Mayor Walsh. And it's also been an honor to work with his Chief of Education, Ron Dorsey, who is here tonight, and will be speaking to you a little bit later. Thank you, Ron. I also want to acknowledge my fellow members of the Scholarship Committee, Carol, Byron, Marcia, Marshall, and Craig. You guys did an amazing job. Thank you for everything. And we'll keep the applause going. The staff for us has been remarkable. That's been Ron's team of Casey, Rachel, and Ben. So we wouldn't be here without all their work. So again, please a round of applause for them. And of course, this is a big part of the Mayor's Education Initiative, and the Boston School Committee is the governing body for the Boston Public Schools. And we're joined by the chairman of the Boston School Committee, Mr. Michael Locanto, and he's been on the school committee, I think, since 2014, and just became chairman this year. So please give a warm welcome to School Committee Chairman Michael Locanto.
Thank you, Brooke.
You're welcome.
And I just want to take an opportunity to recognize my fellow school committee member, Regina Robinson, here as well. You're a member of the BSA board, is that right? Which is also generously supported by Suffolk Construction. So thank you for being here as well. And I'm really delighted to be here. This is one of the greatest times of the year for the Boston Public Schools each year. Not only when we get to celebrate in May the annual valedictorians luncheon that celebrates the valedictorians and salutatorians from all 34 high schools in Boston, but also now an event like this that has an opportunity to celebrate each one of you who is a scholarship recipient and enables you to defray all those heavy student loan bills and other costs that weigh us down throughout our adult lives. And I can testify to that because I think I have another 15 years left on my student loans. And so I can tell you every little bit counts, and I'm happy that the city is able to do something like this for you. Just to run through a little bit of the background, over the last 25 years, the fund has provided more than 900 residents with financial support to further their education. And you know, as I mentioned, every dollar counts. The fund relies on generous donations from individuals, organizations, corporations. Of course, Suffolk Construction for their generous support should be thanked, and as well their efforts to host us this evening. As chairperson of the committee, as I mentioned, I get to host the valedictorians lunch every year, and I want to note that each year with the valedictorians lunch, we make an effort to take any of the excess funds that we raise from business contributions and so forth to put that money back into the scholarship fund. And this year was our 20th anniversary. It's the 20th occasion that we've hosted a valedictorians lunch. And it was also the first time that I ever ran the Boston Marathon. And I used that as an opportunity to raise funds for the valedictorians lunch. And I was lucky enough to raise about $5,000, and that happens to also be the amount that we are able to put into the scholarship fund this year. So I'm very happy to, on behalf of my fellow members, contribute from the Boston School Committee a $5,000 amount to the scholarship fund. I think some of the folks that supported that were even in this room, so thank you personally. I'd also like to say, you know, while we're on the subject of valedictorians, one of our valedictorians is in the room, Aleda Aldana from the Community Academy of Science and Health. I had a chance to talk to Aleda just earlier, and of course last month at the lunch as well, and she's a child of El Salvadoran immigrants, if you don't mind me sharing. And she spent her entire academic career in the Boston Public Schools, and that's really what we love to see. is students that have spent their entire careers in our system, and we've nurtured them from kindergarten to high school and beyond. And we're very proud to support you now that you're on your way to UMass Amherst in the fall. So congratulations, that's really a great achievement, and good luck. I also want to congratulate, of course, all of our other recipients as well. Thank you to the teachers, the mentors, the family, the friends, the community who all contributed to the success of each scholarship recipient. It's going to be my pleasure now to introduce our 3 student speakers. And when I call your name, if each one of you want to come up here in turn and take your opportunity to say a few words. First is Victor Del Carmen, who's a graduate of John D. O'Brien Mathematics and Science, and who will be attending UMass Amherst in the fall. Congratulations, welcome. I'm just going to introduce your colleagues as well. Juliana Vasquez, a graduate of East Boston High School. Ms. Vasquez, come on up. Juliana is going to be attending Salem State in the fall. And finally, Savion Jones, a graduate of Boston College High School, and he'll be headed to Stonehill. Mr. Jones.
Good evening. My name is Victor Del Carmen, and I am proud to say that I am one of this year's City of Boston Scholarship recipients. I grew up in Roxbury, Massachusetts, where I also studied in high school at the John D. O'Brien School of Mathematics and Science next to Roxbury Crossing. In the fall of 2018, I will be attending UMass Amherst in the hopes of double majoring in both finance and political science, and also through that becoming a criminal justice lawyer with a degree in finance as well. While in college, I hope not to only learn more about myself, but see how I can use my experiences and my will for advocating and helping others to create an impact in both my community and my city. This scholarship is important to me, primarily because of the hardship that it will be able to cover. With such scholarship, I will not only have to worry about the necessary books that I have to obtain or even any other necessities of mine while pursuing a higher education. Coming to the US and residing in Boston since I was 7, I have been more than thankful for such a great experience from the support of my family and friends, especially my guidance counselor, Aneldos Rodriguez, and my mentor, Sebastian Zapata, and my parents, whom I have them to thank for many of my achievements and for them having to shape me to the person that you all see today. Thank you very much, and congrats to the many recipients. Good luck.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Juliana Vasquez. I'm a 5th-generation East Boston resident and a recent graduate of East Boston High School. Growing up in East Boston, there was always a feeling of being at home. The atmosphere of the city and the people I was constantly surrounded by shaped me into the person I am today. I was brought up in a family that takes great pride in the community and giving back to the place that we call home, so that future generations can have the same or even better experiences and opportunities that we have had. In the fall, I will be attending Salem State University, majoring in biology. Science has always been something that has fascinated me. In college, I hope to accomplish my dream of using scientific research to change the world. I want to take the things I have studied and learned over the years, combined with what I have yet to learn, to make an impact on the world around me and to give back to the place that I call home. This scholarship makes accomplishing my dreams a little easier. A college education is very expensive. The amount of debt that young college graduates accumulate over 4 years can be astronomical, and I commend the City of Boston for recognizing this. Our great city is working tirelessly to find new ways to financially support as many city kids as possible in receiving a college education, and for this I am grateful. I would like to thank my parents, family, teachers, and coaches for always believing in me. I don't know where I would be without all of these very important people. Lastly, I would like to extend a huge thank you to the City of Boston Scholarship Committee for their generosity. I promise to work hard to prove myself worthy of this opportunity you have given me. I'm looking forward to the day I am able to help other City of Boston students just as you have helped me. Thank you once again, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Good evening. Good evening. My name is Savion Jones. I'm from Dorchester, and I graduated from Boston College High School in May. I will be attending Stonehill College in the fall, where I plan to major in psychology. There are many things I plan to accomplish in the following years at Stonehill. These things vary from joining new clubs and trying new things to being as well prepared as possible to give back to my community and help students who have gone through similar situations as me. Although I will not hesitate to help all students, I plan to really help those in situations like myself growing up, because I did not have that. This will hopefully encourage these students to one day give back to their communities and so on. This scholarship means the world to me and helps pave the way for me to work hard and reach my goals. While my goals are mentally stable and written on paper, a scholarship such as this makes it physically possible to move forward and achieve my goals. The fact it is a Boston scholarship for someone who grew up in Boston makes it that much better. I want to thank my mother, who unfortunately couldn't make it tonight. She taught me nearly everything I knew and shaped me into the person I am today. She has given me the drive to go out there and make a difference in the world. More importantly, I want to thank my brother for showing his support tonight. I would honestly be nowhere without him. But more importantly than that, I want to thank the Boston Scholarship Committee and the City of Boston for considering me a good recipient for this award. This award makes me and my dreams more attainable. Thank you.
Let's have another round of applause for our student speakers. So now I have the pleasure of introducing the person who's going to introduce the mayor. This is my friend, Linda Dorsina Forey, who we've probably known each other longer than either one of us cares to admit. We used to work for the City of Boston together, and then I just have watched her grow from a state representative to a state senator. You probably all watched the St. Patrick's Breakfast that she did for many years and did such a great job. Now she's working here at Suffolk, hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder with me and my team, trying to improve the diversity of both internally and with our partners. So without further ado, here's Linda Dorsina Forey.
Good evening, everyone. Wow, very loud. Good evening. Good evening. This is a joyous occasion, isn't it? Come on, let's clap for our young people. Come on. It is great to be here with all of you as we celebrate, you know, the Mayor's Scholarship Fund and the 30 recipients right here, our high school students in our great city of Boston. I have the honor of introducing our great mayor, Marty Walsh, and the work that he's been doing. I want to thank Commissioner Bill Evans of the Boston Police Department for being here. Thank you for working very hard and working with our communities. I want to thank Ron Dorsey for being here. I want to thank my partner, my colleague, Brooke Woodson, who is the chair of the Scholarship Fund this year, and just want to thank all of you for being here. Really want to thank those who contributed to the fund, because this is too important. We know that. I want to thank the 3 students that spoke, Victor, Juliana, and Savion. Thank you for sharing your story, and thank you for sharing what this means. You know, to receive $2,500 every year for 4 years is significant, and it will contribute to your education. So we say hang in there. If you need assistance, call us. In terms of academic, remember to ask for support. I'm just going to give you a quick little story, okay? You're a freshman, I want to thank Chairman Michael Locanto. Thank you. The chairman of the Boston School Committee, thank you for being here. I say this as freshmen, as you go into college, very important. Your first semester, your first year is the most important year, okay? It really is the most important. So I will say study hard. Study hard, you can still play, right? But study hard and get the grades. Because if you start off low in your GPA, there is no way you will ever bring it up. Because you can get 4.0s as a sophomore, as a junior, and as a senior. It will never go up. So I say work hard and put the time in terms of academically. And if you have problems and you don't understand something, then talk to your professor, right? Ask some questions. say, you know, I have a little difficulty today, I need some help. And so the mayor, our mayor understands this and understands the value of education. And he believes in our young people here in our great city. He's a Dorchester guy. Go Dorchester. Anyone in all right, come on, right? But I'm gonna say that since the mayor took office, since Mayor Walsh took office, Boston has increased its annual spending on education by $170 million. Very, yeah, significant. This spring, the school committee, under the leadership of the mayor and Chairman Michael Lancanto, unanimously approved a $1.109 billion budget, had to add the 09, come on, it counts, for BPS, which marks the largest BPS budget expansion in the history. Again, important, because we know education is everything. And I will say that the mayor also understands, and this committee understands that put this together and picked their 30 students, how it's a daunting task to pay for higher education. We know that. And so that's why it's important that they have this amazing scholarship fund here in our great city. And looking at all of you, you know, you see that we've succeeded in awarding scholarships to students from virtually every neighborhood in the city of Boston, from many rich, diverse cultures, and many are first-generation Americans. So we say keep up the good work, because in your work, every day as you show up to college and you show up, you're gonna make an impact in our neighborhoods where you've come from. You're gonna make an impact in our great city, and you will be the next mayor. You will be the next senator or the next governor, or running a company like Suffolk Construction, right? Because we know with adversity and when there's barriers, you're able to overcome them. And so we thank your families as well, who gave you the support and the love and the encouragement, you know, to continue and to pull forth and move forward. So give it up, everyone, for our mayor, who understands, as a first-generation American, whose parents came here from Ireland and was able to raise a son in our great city. And now he's the mayor, was a state rep for over 17 years, and now the mayor of our great city, our mayor, Marty J. Walsh.
Thank you very much, Senator, and I appreciate those remarks and those comments. And I'm going to thank all of you, congratulate everyone in a second. Let me just thank a few people here. I want to thank Linda. I want to thank Brooke Woodson. I want to thank John Fish, everyone from Suffolk Construction, for hosting us here tonight. I also want to thank Brooke, who's the Scholarship Committee chairperson. So thank you very much for all of your work and volunteerism. I want to thank, we also have Commissioner Billy Evans from the Boston Police Department. Anybody from Southie here? Oh, we got one Southie, two Southie, okay. We got two Southie scholarship winners. I'm just, not that I'm keeping record, but I heard a lot of more Dorchester. Sorry, Commissioner. But I want to thank the Commissioner, who does an incredible job. I want to thank also Ron Dorsey, who's the Chief of Education for the City of Boston, and Ron's been doing an incredible job in so many different areas. I'm going to talk a little bit about Free Community College, which Ron is working on, and all of you are leaving high school now, and Ron's working on redesigning of high schools and things like that, working with young people and working with people in the entire district. So thank you, Ron, for being with us today. Mike Lecanto, he was already mentioned, he spoke. The chair of our school committee, Regina Robinson, is a committee member on our school committee. These folks do this work because they love our kids in our school. They do this work. It's complicated work being on the school committee because we have a very active school committee. There's a lot of meetings, there's a lot of conversations, a lot of discussions, a lot of decisions that they have to make that aren't popular. And you know, a lot of times people don't understand the importance of having that job, but these two are two of our great members, so thank you for being with us today. Julianne, Victor, and Savion, congratulations. You, three of you did an amazing job speaking here. It's not easy to speak, but you represented your schools well. and you represented this entire class that's here today well. So I want to thank you as well for getting to this microphone and saying a few words, because that's difficult. So we should give them a big round of applause for our speakers. I want to thank the parents, the teachers, the coaches, the mentors, all these students that are here tonight being recognized, didn't get on their own. And I love the fact you recognize your mother, because mothers are so important and parents are so important, and people that are in your life that might have sometimes annoyed you, and you might have think, oh God, they're all over me. The benefit paid off, because as I look at the list of colleges that you're going to, and I think where everyone's going to, that knowing when you were in freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year pays off, because someday you'll be annoying somebody else by saying it's important to get an education. I'm telling you all along. So I want to thank all the people who helped these young people get to where they are today. To the students, congratulations. I mean, this is a big, big deal. Just to put into perspective what this is all about tonight, there were 400 applications. There were 30 people chosen. That's a big deal. So that means, what it means, 370 people aren't here tonight. So you are the cream of a crop. That's important, so you remember that. So when people say to you, wherever you're from, whatever neighborhood you're from, if you feel like, sometimes people, even myself, we get down, don't think we're the best, or we don't think we're deserving. You are deserving, because you're here tonight accepting these awards, so congratulations. You've proven your education, and you've proven the fact that many of you have given back and working in the community and working in different places, so congratulations. Just a couple more things. Linda talked a little bit about the diversity of all 30 people and of the whole pool of applicants, quite honestly. And 12 different neighborhoods from the city of Boston are represented here tonight. From, if you go to one side of the city, Hyde Park, to the other side of the city, East Boston, 12 neighborhoods throughout the whole city of Boston. The diversity of this is like, the diversity of the scholarship recipients is like we haven't seen before. There are a lot of first-generation people like me and Linda. Linda's first-generation too. Her family's from Haiti. Her mother and dad are from Haiti. My mom and dad are from Ireland. But there's also a lot of immigrants here. 50%, I think, of this class of you are from born in another country. And that's awesome. Because in today, what's happening in the world today, particularly with all the conversation in the United States of America, I love being able to brag about that in Boston, that we are a city of immigrants. 28% of our city. 28% of the people that live in our city were born in another country. 48% of the people in our city are first generation like me. When you think about America and what you learned in school and what you learned in your history classes and what you learned all the way through, you learned about the American dream and about immigration, how important that is for our country. And hopefully someday down in Washington, they'll figure that out again. And I'm not going to preach about it right now, but I hope they will figure it out someday. If they don't, we'll have to make them figure it out in 2 years in the election, but we'll figure that out too. My message is simple. Linda went to MRM on Senior Ryan Girls High School in Dorchester. She went to St. Kevin's Grammar School, and then she went on to Boston College and got a degree at Boston College. My pathway is a little different. I went to St. Margaret's Grammar School, which is right down the street from St. Kevin's. I went to Newman Prep High School in the Back Bay. It sounds like a prep school. It really wasn't a prep school, but the name prep was in it, so I'll take it. And when I filled out my applications for college, I didn't get into any of these colleges that are on your sheet here. As a matter of fact, I got into very few colleges, and part of that was due to the fact that when I was in high school, I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't the student that I should have been, that my mother wanted me to be, that people kept pushing me to be. I really wasn't interested. I did the work enough to get by, I did the work enough to graduate, and I wanted to do something else in my career. I wanted to be something. I didn't know what I wanted to be. I wanted to be in politics. I wanted to put a suit and tie on every day, but I wasn't focused in school like I should have in my education. I went to Quincy Junior College for a year, and I realized when I went to Quincy Junior College, I did well. I was getting A's and B's, and I realized, well, I'm not dumb. I can do this work. And then I went to Suffolk University, and I was excited going to Suffolk University in my second year of college, and I went there for one semester. And after the semester, I thought it was more, for me, I wanted to make money. I wanted to buy new cars, I wanted to buy new clothes, I wanted to do all that stuff, and I thought to myself, I'll drop out of school for a while, but I'll go back. That was what I was going to do. And I dropped out of school and I went to work construction. And while I was working construction, I was making good money. I had a new car. I bought new clothes. I could go anywhere I want, whenever I wanted to. But I realized pretty quickly that I wasn't happy. I was kind of miserable, and I didn't want to do this work the rest of my life. And as I continued to go on in my career, I went to work for the laborers union, and I got an office, and I still didn't have a degree, and I wasn't happy in that job either. And at the same time, I was out there drinking and partying and having fun, or what I thought was fun. And that drinking and partying turned into something completely different for me. It turned into what was an alcoholism issue. And I found myself a bunch of years later in a detox. And I was there on a Sunday night, and I had they gave you pajamas and slippers to wear in the detox, and I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking, how the hell did I get here? Because this was not my goal in life. I didn't want to be in a detox. I wanted to be in public office. I wanted to run for state representative. And when I got out of there, I focused on changing myself, who I was as a person. And when I did that, I went back to school. I went back to Boston College. I went to school nights in BC, and I was working days. And then I had a chance to run for state representative. I didn't have my degree yet, and I ran for state representative, and I won. And I served Dorchester in the House of Representatives, and that's where Linda came in the House of Representatives. I knew Linda before that, but then Linda won. And I still going back to college, and I knew I wanted to do something else. My goal was to be mayor of Boston. And when I was 41 years old, I graduated Boston College. And I was so happy because I could go back and tell my parents that I finally graduated college. I was the first one in my class to graduate college. And I realized what my career path was. My dream was to be mayor of Boston. My dream was to be in politics. And a couple people along the way to try to talk me out of doing those things because they thought it was too much and I shouldn't do it, and I was comfortable and I had a job, I should be happy. But for me, it wasn't enough. I wanted to do something else. I wanted to get back in the neighborhoods. And for the last 4.5 years, I've had the opportunity to serve the people of Boston as its mayor. And I've had the opportunity to come and talk to young people like you. And I've had the opportunity to share my story a little bit. And I share my story, not for people to clap for me, but to share my story so some of the mistakes I make, you don't have to make. You have a whole opportunity in front of you, all the graduates here tonight. You have an incredible opportunity. I looked at the list of colleges that you're going to. Every single person in front of me tonight is going to an incredible college. There are people that graduated your colleges that went on to do amazing things. There are people that graduated your colleges that went on to just be normal people, quietly doing amazing things, whether raising a family or working in an office or doing whatever. So it doesn't matter what your dream or your goal is. All I'm saying to you is go for it. Don't let anything sidetrack you. If you get down on something, talk to somebody. If you get upset about something, put your hand out. If you see somebody struggling, offer a help, give them a hug. Just offer that. That's the opportunity in front of you tonight. As Linda, and I'm going to end with this, as Linda just said a minute ago, you know, we're probably looking at future elected officials in front of us. There's no question about it. We might be looking at a guy who starts a construction company or a woman that starts a construction company with a wheelbarrow and becomes one of the biggest construction companies in the world, like this company here. You don't know. Some of you might want to play professional sports. If you don't try, you can't succeed. If you try and you don't attain that goal, you can never say you didn't try. So my message is simple. Just continue to move forward tonight. Congratulations to all of you. Again, I want to thank Brian, who's going to come up here and speak in a minute. I want to thank the scholarship committee, because when they go through this, they really go through this stuff, and they take this job seriously. They don't get paid. They're all volunteers. But I know that they're proud to be here tonight because they put a lot of time and effort into making sure the scholarships are here. And there's 3 particular scholarships I know that are being named after somebody tonight. And I want you to do this. I want you to, when you get those scholarships, those of you that are receiving those 3 scholarships, I want you to remember that you're also receiving those scholarships in the memory of somebody. Somebody who cared, somebody who worked in the community, somebody who gave back, somebody who served as an elected official. So remember that as well, because they're not named just because somebody named the scholarship. They're named because somebody really cared and their family cared to make sure there's a scholarship in their honor. So thank you.
Good evening, everybody. So this is what you've been waiting for, another guy to come and talk to you. My name is Ron Dorsey. I serve as the Chief of Education for the City of Boston, and I will tell you, I did not qualify for a scholarship. So I'm here and I'm a little envious, but I'm proud to be among an incredible group of scholars. So first of all, I want to thank Brooke, Linda, John Fish, and the Suffolk team for making this space available to us tonight. This is an incredible opportunity. and to thank you for all that you do for young people. It's not just this event, it's BSA, and it's a lot of other things throughout the city. I want to thank the mayor for his insistence that we support young people throughout the education pipeline, and that's early education through K-12 and into post-secondary education. So, Mr. Mayor, thank you for your continuous support. I want to congratulate all of our recipients and award winners tonight. I think the mayor told you this already, but you are the best of the best. And if you want to, you can turn to your neighbor and say, he's right, I am. Go ahead, you can do it. Now, while it is true that you are the best of the best, I think you also heard Linda and the mayor say that you did not get here on your own. So if you'll indulge me real quickly, I want the awardees to stand up for me. So we're going to give you your due, but I want you to turn to your families and give them their due and give them a standing ovation, because you don't get here without them. Thank you for that, and you can be seated. I won't take up too much more of your time, but I want to share that our goal in Boston is to make sure that we write a social contract with young people that guarantees, at minimum, a low-cost post-secondary education and, more ambitiously, a free post-secondary education. And over the last 2 years, the Mayor's Scholarship Committee has really helped us to take some important steps toward being able to make that guarantee. Under their leadership and with the support of my colleagues, Casey Brock Wilson, Rachel Goldstein, and Ben Viner, and our partners at You Aspire and Success Boston, we've made improvements to the Boston Scholarship Program that have really made sure that we get the right resources to the right people. Specifically, we have worked with You Aspire to make sure that we are better about needs identification. So one, we want to make sure that the students who need resources most get put at the front of the line, and that the resources that we're able to contribute really do make up a meaningful portion of what you need to pay college bills. We streamlined the application process, so it might have been easier for some of you this year than it has been for other scholars in past years, and it was a little easier on us as well to do the selection process. We've added criteria for recommendation letters for your teachers and your mentors that are better aligned with our definition of college, career, and life readiness in the city, so that we can better gauge who's ready for post-secondary success among the applicants. And lastly, we've made improvements to the student interview process, and this is, I think, our committee members' favorite part of the process, when they get to learn more about you beyond the application and learn about who you are and how they can be most helpful to your future success. So these improvements have allowed the city to distribute resources, as the mayor said, to an incredibly diverse group of students from a diverse group of schools in many places around the city. And I think for the first time, we are also able to provide continuing education funds for adults who are continuing to pursue their college careers as well. So we are really proud to do that. I will say that I read, I don't know how many applications I read, but what stuck out to me is that folks in here are ready to change the world. The things that you talked about, the awareness of the world's troubles, shocked me a little bit, but everybody was raising their hands saying, we're ready to take on this challenge. We know that the world can be better, and it's on us to make sure that it is. And so I'm here to follow your lead, and I'm excited about who you will become and what you will become going forward. So I want to close by saying that this program, coupled with free community college, the Boston Bridge, which is our free 4-year program, and an inventory that we've done of all the scholarships that colleges and universities have to offer Boston students, are really getting us closer to make sure that post-secondary education for all will be a reality in Boston. And we couldn't get here without the Scholarship Committee, our partners in the City Hall team, so please give them a big round of applause. And now the moment we've been waiting for, I want to call to the stage my man Byron Beeman so that we can acknowledge all of the awardees. Byron.
Just one more person who's a guy who's going to talk to you. No, I'm not getting ready to talk to you. I'm getting ready to call your name. You're gonna come down here and get this money, right? That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna come down here and get this money, because that's what we do. So when you come down, when I call your name, you're gonna stop right there with all those beautiful gentlemen in suits and ladies dressed in suits. You won't be taking a picture with me. I didn't wear a suit tonight for that reason. So you couldn't take a picture with me. No, but you'll take a picture with that fine group of people over there, and you'll have that for a keepsake as well. All right? If I happen to mess up your name, charge it to my head and not my heart. All right? It's okay. As you can see, I was called Brian earlier, and then I was called Byron. See? See how that works? I didn't get mad at all. You know, people make mistakes, you know? It's all right. It's Y before R, Mr. Mayor. The Y comes before the R. Byron, not Brian. All right, here we go. Hadman Abshir. Hadman lives in South Boston and attended Boston Latin Academy, and she currently attends Northeastern University. Come on back, come on back. Yeah, you get in the middle. There you go. She like, I'm used to taking pictures by myself. She's talking about. All right, we have Aleda Aldana. Aleda lives in East Boston and attended the Community Academy of Science and Health, AKA CASH, and she will be attending the University of Massachusetts in the fall. All right, Nisa Ambrose. Nisa lives in Mattapan, yes, 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 and attended Boston Latin Academy, and she will be attending the University of Massachusetts at Boston. Aaliyah Barros Walter. Yes, you're welcome. Aaliyah lives in Dorchester and attended Cristo Rey High School, and she will be attending the University of Massachusetts at Boston. Next, we have Natasha Barth. Natasha lives in Mattapan and is attending Bunker Hill Community College.
And I'm the adult.
Yes, and she's our adult learner. That's right. Okay. We have Yaronette Bly. Yaronette lives in Rosendale and attended Excel High School. She currently attends Mass College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. Next, we have Diego Bourbano. Diego lives in Rosendale, attended Prospect Hill Academy Charter School. He will be attending Woods College at Boston College in the fall. Lionel Cabrera Herrera. Lionel lives in JP and attended the English High School. He will be attending Wentworth Institute of Technology. Jakai Dean. Jakai lives in Roxbury and attended New Mission High School. He will be attending Boston College this fall. Victor Del Carmen. Victor lives in Roxbury, attended John D. O'Brien High School of Mathematics and Science, and he will be attending the University of Massachusetts this fall. Next up, we have Araceli Guerrero. Araceli lives in Hyde Park and attended Beaver Country Day School. She will be attending Boston College. Chitra Harris. Chitra lives in Dorchester and attended Fenway High School. She currently attends Mass Bay Community College. An Hong. An lives in West Roxbury and attended Boston Latin School. She will be attending Mass College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences in the fall. Norsha Heidel. Norsha is currently at her freshman orientation at UMass Amherst, and we will accept her certificate on her behalf. Okay. Abdigani Ibrahim. Abdi lives in Dorchester and attended Excel High School. He will be attending Northeastern University this fall. Savion Jones. Savion lives in Dorchester and attended Boston College High School. He will be attending Stonehill College this fall. Shu Wen Lee. Shu lives in Back Bay and attended Boston Latin School. She will be attending Simmons College in the fall. Winnie Lang. Winnie lives in East Boston and attended Charlestown High School. She will be attending the University of Massachusetts Amherst in the fall. Yenny Matos. Yenny lives in Jamaica Plain and is attending Cambridge College. Okay, all right, we have sister accepted on behalf. All right. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Take your moment. Take your moment. Yes, there you go, absolutely. Fernando Palacios. Fernando will be attending the University of Massachusetts, Boston. He was unable to be here tonight, so we will accept his award on his behalf. Emetron Peters. Emetron lives in Mission Hill and attended Boston Day and Evening Academy. He will be attending Bridgewater State University. All right. Jean St. Felix. Jean is also currently attending his freshman orientation at the University of Mass Amherst, so we will accept this award on his behalf as well. Melissa Saunders. Melissa is currently pursuing an associate's degree at the Harvard Extension School. Carolyn Searles, there we go. Carolyn lives in East Boston and attended Boston Latin School. She currently attends Gordon College. Jianwen Situ. Jianwen lives in the South End and attended Boston Latin School. He will be attending the University of Mass at Amherst in the fall. Okay. Juliana Blasquez. Juliana lives in East Boston and attended East Boston High School. She will be attending Salem State University in the fall. Chauncey Williams. Chauncey lives in Dorchester, attended Bedford High School. He currently attends the University of Mass at Dartmouth. Golden Woe. Golden lives in South Boston and attended Boston Latin School. He will be attending UMass Amherst this fall. Emily Zhu. Emily currently attends Northeastern University, and her family will be accepting her award on her behalf.
Oh gosh, you guys can actually be seated. We're done. But we also wanted to quickly just recognize the named scholarship recipients today. So we have Aaliyah Barris-Watler, who is the Thomas Menino Community Development Memorial Fund. We have Diego Burbano, who's the recipient of the John Jaffier Memorial Fund. And we also have Juliana Vasquez, who's the recipient of the Rosen Memorial Fund. So congratulations to everyone. I'm going to hand it off to Brooke to close it off. Yeah. So we also want to thank our guests on the end, sorry. Last thank yous, I promise, but they're very important people. We have the Rosen family and the Hineker family, both who have generously sponsored scholarships over many years. The Hinekers, this is their first year. The Rosens have been doing it for 16 years at this point. So we want to thank them so much. All right.
Thank you, Casey, and congratulations again to all those recipients. Big round of applause. We know this was kind of a long ceremony, but I think there were so many words of wisdom, starting with our mayor, doing such a great job investing in education. So please give it up for the mayor for being here tonight. So we are done. We still have a little bit of food left, so feel free to hang out for a little bit. I believe the back patio is also open. It's a little wet out there, so I wouldn't sit down, but if you want some fresh air, please go out there. But on behalf of John Fish and Suffolk, thank you for coming tonight.